Good afternoon. I'm Dana Tyler. This is your CBS2 update. We begin today with news of a deadly shooting in Queens, which police are now calling a murder-suicide. The victims, the suspect's young son and ex-wife, who were visiting New York from the Netherlands. CBS2's Jenna DeAngelis with the story.
This is all over an apparent custody battle. Police say a father killed his son, the child's mother, and his current significant other before killing himself. This all happened at his apartment, which you could see behind me is still an active scene. A murder-suicide at this Astoria apartment where 4 people were found dead. A man solemnly sitting on the stoop outside the home says, among them, his son James Shields and his young grandson, who he called Jimmy. Police escorted the man away, who would later learn police say his son is responsible for the shooting.
This is crazy. I just feel sorry. Why the child? I don't understand why he didn't let the child go. It's crazy.
Neighbors were shocked watching police swarm the apartment at 30th Drive and 23rd Street Monday night. Police were called to the scene before 9 p.m., describing it as gruesome.
Upon entering that location, they observed in quick time 4 individuals that were apparently the victim of gunshot wounds.
Police say Shields shot his son, the boy's mother, and his current significant other before killing himself at his apartment. It was all an apparent custody dispute. The child and his mother were visiting Astoria from the Netherlands. Police believe Shields was upset that they were leaving to go back.
For a child to be hurt this way, this is a little sad. You don't expect this, and it's heartbreaking because I'm a mom of my own.
It's shocking for here. I mean, it's always been such a quiet neighborhood. I never hear about this, and I don't know. This is crazy.
We spoke to a neighbor who says Shields was a nice guy who kept to himself, and he never expected anything like this to happen here. In Astoria, Queens, Jenna DeAngelis, CBS 2 News.
And a press conference from the NYPD with more information is expected later today. You can watch it live on our website, cbsnewyork.com. Caught on camera, an arsonist nearly sets himself on fire at a Staten Island gas station. It happened early yesterday at a 7-Eleven on Richmond Avenue. You can see the man dousing the pump with gasoline, tossing a lit piece of paper to the ground, and then the flames burst into the air. Police say before setting the fire, the man argued with the station employee about a canister with $40 worth of gas in it. The flames triggered the station's fire suppression system. Fire did not spread, but an innocent man nearby was seriously hurt after inhaling fumes and burning his feet. The search continues today for that arsonist. And we have new information on a burglar caught on camera crawling around a 90-year-old woman's home in Brooklyn. Police have made an arrest. 45-year-old Umeda Gafarova has been arrested for burglary and possession of stolen property. Police say she slipped in through an unlocked door of the house in Borough Park and took jewelry and silverware. Police say the 90-year-old woman was home during the burglary but did not confront Gafarova. Lawmakers and activists against Mayor de Blasio's controversial plan to desegregate the city's specialized high schools are pushing for a bill to save the admissions exam for those elite high schools. The mayor wants to replace the test with other admission factors to combat racial segregation in the schools. The bill, introduced by State Senator Tony Avella, proposes keeping the test but providing more advanced classes in lower grades to better prepare students for those exams later. Less than 24 hours before the blueprints for homemade printable guns are set to be made public, President Trump is expressing some doubt as whether it makes sense to release them. The president wrote in a tweet this morning, "I am looking into 3D plastic guns being sold to the public. Already spoke to the NRA. Doesn't seem to make much sense." Starting tomorrow, a Texas company can begin releasing blueprints for 3D printed guns free of charge online. The company settled a lawsuit with the federal government in April to be allowed to give away the designs. But now attorneys general from 9 states, including New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, and the District of Columbia, are suing to stop the distribution of the blueprints.
When it comes to something as basic as public safety, our State Department saying, hey, this is a giveaway for terrorists.
The idea of these print-on-command ghost guns is every bit as scary as it sounds. We should be doing everything in our power to make sure it doesn't happen.
Senator Chuck Schumer and other lawmakers are pushing for new legislation in Washington to address the threat. Developing right now, Facebook uncovers coordinating attempts on its social media platforms to influence the upcoming U.S. election. The social media giant made the revelations to congressional leaders and national security agencies today. The activities appear to target divisive political issues ahead of the 2018 midterm election. The company, which also owns Instagram, detected the activity as part of an ongoing investigation into election interference. Facebook representatives say they've removed 32 pages and accounts from Facebook and Instagram as a result. They say the investigation is early, but whoever set up these accounts went to a greater length than in the past to hide their identities. It is warmer today, this Tuesday, and more humid, but rain is in our forecast this evening and into tomorrow. Let's get to CBS 2's John Elliott.
Well, hi there, everybody, on your Tuesday afternoon. Not too bad. I've actually been being yelled at because it's not raining. I brought my umbrella today. You know what? Very few of us will need the umbrella, and I know some of those umbrellas can weigh in at about 12 to 14 ounces, so that was a lot of extra weight. But the temp trend, we are going to turn that around from the 70s yesterday to the 80s and beyond with humidity on the rise. Let's go to the beach. Why not? UV index is an 8, so take it from me, you can burn in about 25 minutes. Rip current, that's the drag because it is a drag. It's a pull. It's dangerous. Moderate rip current risk for both the south-facing beaches of Long Island and the Jersey Shore. Water temperature pretty nice. Sea's not too choppy. We are waiting for more warm air. Hint of it today with slightly higher dew points. Here comes an area low pressure. Tell you what, there may be like a brief shower this afternoon, parts of the Hudson Valley or after midnight. Tomorrow there's really a better chance. In fact, some of the model runs have a thunderstorm early in the morning and then these on-again, off-again showers on Wednesday, and then they're on again on Thursday. Hey, and Thursday, you're really going to feel it with that high of 87, whoa, 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 and that humidity. I mean, it's going to feel like 90 plus, so that'll likely be one of the busier days. In fact, if you look at the odds, maybe a Wednesday, Thursday period, and then still a chance on Friday, leftover storm chance on Saturday, so enjoy today.
Thank you, John. A commuter alert for drivers who use the Lincoln Tunnel. Lane closures on the heavily traveled tunnel approach begin in 2.5 weeks. The already congested Route 495 viaduct will be rehabilitated over the next 2.5 years, and that means closing one lane in each direction. Those closures are set to begin August 17th. Severe congestion is expected. CBS 2's Meg Baker will have more on these closures tonight on CBS 2 News. A surprising announcement from actor Alda in an interview on CBS this morning today. He said he's been living with Parkinson's disease. The MASH star says he was diagnosed 3.5 years ago and came forward today with the news because he wants everybody to know that his diagnosis has not stopped him from living a full life.
I've been on television a lot in the last couple of weeks talking about the new podcast, and I could see my thumb twitch in some shots, and I thought it's probably only a matter of time before somebody does a story about this from a sad point of view, but that's not where I am.
Alda hosts the podcast called Clear and Vivid and has been teaching acting techniques to scientists and entrepreneurs. Does being strict early on mean success in the future? CBS 2's Elise Finch is working on a story about a new study that's gaining steam.
Good afternoon. I'm Elise Finch, working on an interesting story today about a recent study that shows strict moms tend to raise more successful daughters. Does that surprise you? Well, it surprises some people, but not everybody. I am joined today by author Lori Wolk. Now, she's the author of the book, Girls Just Want to Have Likes, but she's also a girls leadership coach. So first of all, thank you so much for allowing us to come to your home today. She's also a mom of three, 2 girls. Tell me, why do you think it is that strict moms, or moms with a lot of rules who really make their kids stick to them, tend to raise more successful daughters?
So I don't love the word strict, but I I do love this idea of boundaries and rules and expectations and beliefs. So we want our kids to know that we believe in them, that we expect them to achieve and to be the best that they can and to stick with something even if it's hard. So we want a role model for them through actually teaching them and showing them, here's how you manage your time. Every 2 hours you say to yourselves, you know, how much more work do I have to do? By 10 p.m. I want to be asleep if you're in high school. So we need to be strict and check in with them and show them, here's what you're going to do when you're old enough to check in with yourself and manage your own time. So it's not so much about being strict versus role modeling for them what it is that they need to do to help themselves eventually achieve what they want.
Fantastic. Lori, want to thank you so much. So we'll have more with Lori and some of your thoughts too on CBS2 News tonight on TV.
Thanks, Elise. Tomorrow is August 1st, which means the start of the back-to-school shopping season. A new survey says parents may want to do that shopping without their children. The City Retail Services survey found parents spend nearly $100 more when their children are in tow at stores, but saving time might be worth the cost. 70% of parents in the survey said they are more efficient when they, in fact, do shop with their children. That's your CBS 2 News update for this Tuesday afternoon. For more information all day, stay with CBSNewYork.com and, of course, our Twitter and Facebook pages at CBS New York. I'm Dana Tyler. See you later on television and the news, CBS 2 News at 6.